Most people know the Ramayana as the story of Rama rescuing Sita from Ravana. Good defeats evil, hero saves the princess. But there is a character in this story whose actions are so selfless, so heartbreakingly noble, that even Rama himself said no one in history had made a greater sacrifice. That character is not Rama, not Sita, not Lakshmana. It is Bharata, Rama's younger brother. The man who was handed an empire and refused to keep it. When Rama was exiled for 14 years due to the scheming of Kaikeyi, Bharata's own mother, Bharata was away from Ayodhya. He knew nothing of what had happened. When he returned and learned that his mother had manipulated King Dasharatha into banishing Rama so that Bharata could become king, and that their father had died of heartbreak shortly after, Bharata was destroyed. He turned on his own mother with a fury that shocked the court. He publicly denounced her. He told her she had killed their father and destroyed their family for a crown he never wanted. He said he would rather die than sit on a throne that rightfully belonged to his elder brother. Then Bharata did something unprecedented. He gathered an entire army, not to claim the kingdom, but to march into the forest and beg Rama to come home. The entire court, the ministers, the priests, the queens, all of them traveled to the Chitrakoot forest where Rama was living in exile. When Bharata found Rama, he fell at his brother's feet and wept. He begged Rama to return. He offered to take Rama's place in exile. He argued, pleaded, and reasoned with every philosophical and practical argument he could think of. Rama refused. Dharma demanded he fulfill his father's word. 14 years of exile. No exceptions, not even for love. Not even when the entire kingdom was begging him to come back. Bharata was crushed. But he did not give up. He asked Rama for his sandals. Rama gave them, and Bharata carried those sandals back to Ayodhya, placed them on the throne, and ruled as regent for 14 years. Not as king, as caretaker. Every decision was made in Rama's name. Every decree was issued before the sandals on the throne. Bharata lived not in the palace, but in a small hut outside the city of Nandigram, wearing bark cloth and matted hair, living like an ascetic while running an empire. He ate simple food. He slept on the ground. He administered the wealthiest kingdom in the world while living like a hermit, because he refused to enjoy even a moment of comfort that his brother could not share. For 14 years, not 14 days, not 14 months, 14 years of self-imposed exile within his own kingdom. Most people would have convinced themselves after a year or two that Rama was not coming back, that practical governance required a real king, that the people needed stability. Bharata never wavered, not once. When the 14 years were almost up, Bharata told the court that if Rama did not return on exactly the promised day, he would walk into fire and end his life. That is how serious his commitment was. He would rather die than rule one day past the promised deadline. On the last day, Rama returned. The entire kingdom erupted in celebration, and Bharata placed the sandals at Rama's feet and said, "Everything is as you left it. I kept it safe for you." Rama embraced Bharata and said something that stopped everyone in their tracks. He said that Bharata's sacrifice was greater than his own. Rama had gone to the forest and lived freely. Bharata had stayed in the palace and lived in chains. Exile with freedom is easier than power without it. The Ramayana celebrates Rama as the ideal man, but Bharata might be the ideal brother. He had every justification to keep the throne. His mother had won it for him through legal means. The court would have supported him. The people would have eventually accepted him. But Bharata understood something that most people never do. Just because something is legally yours does not mean it is rightfully yours. And a crown you do not deserve is heavier than any exile. That is why in temples across India, you will sometimes see Bharata's name invoked alongside Rama's. Because the Ramayana is not just about the hero who left. It is about the brother who stayed behind, and held everything together, asking for nothing in return. Subscribe for more stories of sacrifice that defined an entire